Hi guys, it's your boy Six. Welcome to a new segment in my channel called Why You Should, where I'll be talking about different things and why you should do them. Today we're going to be talking about travel and why you should do it. Now, on the subject of traveling, a lot of people tend to look at the negatives associated with traveling. They say, oh, it's too expensive, oh, I'll be away from home, there's work, there's the kids, how am I going to cope with all that? But in reality, travel can be more beneficial than you think. First of all, nothing teaches you better things in life than your experiences. If you live in the same city from the time you're born to the time you die, chances are you're not going to have many more experiences. All you know is that one place. Traveling will broaden your perspective, open you up to new cultures. And being open to new cultures actually makes your mind work in ways that you never thought. Being in a different place where they speak a different language actually makes you think harder and smarter because you have to relate to those people. And I guarantee you that every time you travel and you come back home, you'll notice something a bit different about yourself. And your friends and neighbors will understand that as well. Now, for me, growing up in my life, I've lived in about 3 different countries, I want to say. I've lived in Sierra Leone, I spent some time in London and different parts of England. I've been to maybe about 6 or 7 different states in the United States. I've even actually been to France, and all these different things changed me. I look at certain things, certain songs I listen to, the way I speak, the people I associate myself with, even the things I do for fun are all attributed to my experiences. I've traveled basically everywhere from dancing around the fire with tribes deep in the jungles of West Africa to hanging around in the cities of London, Philadelphia, New York. The mountain people in Bloomsburg, I've actually hung out up there. So it just depends on you as a person, but travel can be very beneficial because it opens your mind up to a lot of different things and you're more open to try new things and experience new ideas. And you also understand a lot of people from different cultures, and that's a main thing. For example, if all you've been hearing about India is negative, when you go to India, you're going to have a certain bias to yourself. But by the time you leave India and come back, you're going to look at Indian people differently. You're going to relate to them more. Why? Because you were actually in the situation on the ground. And that's the thing about travel. We hear a lot of things about the Middle East, we hear a lot of things about Africa, Europe, Asia, but we actually don't know. These are just things that we hear in the media. And by the time that story gets to us, it's probably manipulated in a bunch of different ways. But traveling actually helps you experience those stories and actually live those stories while you're there on the ground. Another thing traveling does is boost your creativity. And I go back to the city example. If all you've done is live in one city, and let's say you're an artist, for example, and you like to paint buildings and things like that, you're limited to that city. And for me personally, I can't even count on 2 hands, or 2 pairs of hands actually, how many cities I've been to. If you're an artist that draws things and you've been to a bunch of different places around the world, you're gonna have a lot more things to draw. You're gonna be maybe with an artist in Africa, you're gonna have ideas from them. An artist in Asia, you're gonna have ideas from them. Europe, a bunch of different countries, even different cities. And you know, when it comes to traveling, a lot of people think it's expensive, but I'm just giving you guys a quick example, the Jordan example. I know a person that owes 20 pairs of Jordans, and he says it's too expensive to travel. Let's say about $300 for each pair of Jordans, right? So if he sold 4 of his Jordans, he would fund a trip to Asia and back. That's about $1,200. It's not that expensive. $1,200 is a lot of money, but when you look at the things that people buy, other than spend it on experiences like traveling, going go-karting, maybe a theme park, it's actually pretty alarming. People will buy a $500 belt and own maybe 3 or 4 of them, but not travel. That's actually kind of weird. But I kind of find this absurd personally because, first of all, if you're buying all those things, you should be able to buy a flight, buy a hotel, pay for some experiences, get a helicopter ride, do something to expand your knowledge base. And basically traveling does that for you. As developers, our job really kind of gets like detrimental to our health because we sit at a computer for hours a day making software for somebody else. When are we gonna actually do something for ourselves? And travel is a great way to do that. You can see more parts of the world, you can have more ideas in your head, more applications to make, better ways to design things, better ways to interact with the users of your application, all simply from traveling. So basically, what I wanted to accomplish with this video is tell you why traveling is beneficial to you and why you should do it. Thanks for watching Code 6. Have a great day. Like, comment, and subscribe.